Hello and welcome to part two of the Stellar Gateway spread. I decided to separate the videos because I didn't want to have a super long video, but I wanted to give each card its due justice and time. This is the 9-9 reading, looking at all of the beautiful galactic energy that came in this weekend and how it is activating us. I have named it Balanced Evolution, the embodiment of spiritual integrity and creating advanced technology that empowers humanity. That is how we are being activated, initiated, and coded. This is the Gateway of Light Activation deck by Kyle Gray, and I chose to do the Stellar Gateway spread because it uses the beautiful Merkaba, and the Stellar Gateway is our highest chakra. It is a vortex of all of our energies in all of our timelines, and also the sacred container that holds all of our intentional energy in this lifetime. The 7-card spread is an amazing tool for tracking down the energies that we have brought into this timeline and the energies that we are creating and manifesting at this time. Know that the energies you are currently creating are basically manifesting what is unfolding in the here and now, and they can be changed by a shift in your awareness. This spread creates 2 interlinked triangles forming a 6-pointed star, a symbol of the Merkaba, the light body vehicle that carries you to the heavens and through the ascension process. And now we're going to explore the downward cards, okay? And the downward cards are they show us the soul below, right? It relates to this timeline and the energies that we are currently manifesting, both consciously and unconsciously, okay? And the first one came out with the Earth Star activation, right? And let me just I'm hoping that everybody saw part two, but just in case you haven't seen part one, just in case you haven't seen part one, we are being activated through the Earth Star activations, the Palladian activations. We're having halls of Amenti initiation, halls of learning, the Arcturian light codes, as well as memories of Atlantis and the central sun. So for this reading, we're going to look at the Earth Star activation, the halls of learning, and the memories of Atlantis, as well as the Arcturian light codes. The previous reading, we discussed the halls of Amenti initiation, the central sun, as well as the Palladian activation. All right, so let's get into the Earth Star activation. So the card is beautiful. It's purple and gold, and I was saying there's a lot of gold energy on the board. Purple and gold. So the Earth Star activation is talking about anchoring and grounded action and the Isis energy. We love Isis. It's hard for me to use this deck and Isis energy doesn't come out, but Isis is that beautiful grounding energy. Okay, so this card is showing us what are the gifts and the strengths that we are now uncovering, that are awakening within us, right? And that the energies for us to tap into to help to awaken and rise up, right? And tap into those, what they called our junk DNA, which is not our junk DNA, it's our galactic DNA, right? Our cosmic DNA. And that's what's waking up within us, our RNA and our DNA. All right, so the Earth Star activation. Well, let's first talk about the Earth Star chakra. The Earth Star chakra is also called the daughter of the earth. It is 12 to 18 inches below the soles of our feet. 12 to 18 feet below us, or 6 to 7 inches. I think that, yeah. 6 to 7 inches or 12 to 18 feet below the soles of our feet. It helps us with anxiety. It helps us with mood swings, depression, long-term illness. It helps us to ground with the earth. When we are tapping into the Earth Star chakra, it is an exchange of energy with Gaia. Remember, Gaia is the consciousness of the earth, right? It helps us to release our negative energy, and then she restores it with positive energy. So when we're tapping into the Earth Star chakra, we're releasing our anxiety. We're releasing our mood swings, our depression, and our long-term illnesses. And Gaia, the Earth Star chakra, Isis energy. Remember, Isis is the healer. Isis is the one that put Horus back together, right? So Isis has that ability to heal and to come into wholeness. And Isis has that ability also to go on the mission. When you learn or when you tap into the Isis story, there's some versions of it that go deeper and tell you how she had to now go into another kingdom, and she had to play a role in order to get access to the king in this other kingdom, right? And to find out where these 13 pieces were. And finally, to get the last piece, she found herself in this other kingdom, and she had to play a role. And then she had to show herself to show them who she really was. So she had to trust all of that. She went on an adventure, a dangerous adventure, but she was called forth to do it. There was something within her that said, you got to put this back together. It's separated. It's your job to heal this and put this back together. And that's the Isis energy. That's the energy of transfiguration and transmutation, coming back in together to heal the wound, right? So we have to ground in with the earth, ground with the earth, and get that Isis initiation, get that Isis activation, get that Earth Star energy, and helping us to come into balance and to calm ourselves, right? And it's interesting that the Isis energy, the Earth Star activation, it's always looked at as an anchor. Whenever I'm reading about it, the symbol of the anchor comes out, right? So it is that which anchors us. Remember, anchor to flow. It's so important that we anchor ourselves in order for our journey to be successful. We must anchor. We must ground in. We must ground in the energy and commune with the earth first and get that from the earth, which she has for us, which is support and safety, right? So I'm feeling supported and safety to do our work and to be ourselves, right? The Earth Star chakra is also the etheric and the astral bodies. It gives, when we tap into the Earth Star chakra, we are giving our bodies, our etheric body and our astral bodies, a sense of equilibrium and interconnectivity. So it's interesting that this card came out reminding us to tap into, like, uncover, like, allow your Earth Star chakra. You've been ignoring it. Come tap into your Earth Star chakra, right? And this card is actually saying ignored wisdom is being acknowledged, right? So that's interesting. So if we've been ignoring our Earth Star chakras, tap into our Earth Star chakras. We need this energy now, right? The 9-9 meditation and breathing exercise, breath and sound that I released last week starts with the Earth Star chakra, because we go from our Earth Star chakra to the ninth star chakra, from our Earth Star to our Soul Star, and then to the ninth chakra, right? To receive all this beautiful energy, we must be grounded and connected to the core of the earth and feeling safe. The Earth Star chakra is also about our karmic issues being resolved and forgiveness, allowing the soul to transcend the karmic loops. So there's a lot of transcendence energy here. And we're also in Gene Key number 47 now, transmutation and transfiguration, the ability to hold many within one. and to move beyond, right? The Earth Star Chakra, its colors that we can associate with it are black and gray and brown and magenta, garnet, red jasper, tourmaline, onyx, and hematite are some of the crystals that we could also use, okay? So the Earth Star Chakra, again, represents Isis energy, and it's about feeling safe and joy, because it's not about even happiness anymore. It's joy, sustained, internal beauty and love and happiness, not external, right? But that joy from within. All right, so I ended up talking about their star chakra longer than expected, but I think it's a big part of the now moment. And again, remember with the Palladian energy, it was it speaks about the earth from part one of this reading, right? And us being grounded in and honoring the earth and the feminine body. And now Isis coming in saying to feel safe and grounded in that, in the earth, right? So again, as we receive this beautiful energy this week from the 9-9 portal and the 8 to 9-12 portal and beyond, and just stepping into our new cycles and our new becomings, our new paths, right? The hummingbirds are hovering to fly with us on these new paths, that we just remember all that we are and all that we have access to, and to tap into the earth and the ground and to do grounded action, right? So this card in particular, it talks about ignored wisdom is being acknowledged, that rejected parts have been rediscovered. And I wrote to rediscover the magic and being firmly rooted in our endeavors, patience, observation, integration, and trust, wisdom and strength. And the card reminds us that more will be revealed, right? So that's also very important as we walk through this moment. Again, we are at a moment in time, and we're able to receive during different months and portals. We're receiving information. We're receiving information and energy, data. All right. Everybody wants the data from your app, right? But there's data we can get from the central sun, from all of these beautiful stars and constellations in the cosmos, in what's above us. And we can really tap into those energies and receive them and get activated to do our grounded action, to come into Isis energy, the wholeness and the healing of ourselves, so that we can rise up and the new sun be born, right? That is the whole energy of the Isis initiation and the Isis activations, to not be separated, but to come back into the wholeness of yourself, to rise and to regenerate. Okay. So we're doing this now in a more balanced, evolved, spiritually, with spiritual integrity, to create advanced technology to empower humanity, tap into our earth star chakras, right? In those moments when we're feeling unsafe, when we don't feel that joy of the world that we should be feeling, tap into your earth star chakra, right? Get that energy. Commune with the earth, with the core of the earth, consciousness with the earth, right? Okay, so now we're going to go into the next card. And the next card, that would be card number 5. And that was the halls of learning. And that card shows the reminders that are coming from our heart, that are being shared with us. So what is your heart telling you? What is your heart reminding you right now, right? And that's the halls of learning, the spirit guides, the confirmations, and the great lessons. So again, remember we had the halls of a mentee initiation, the black and the white coming into unity, right? learning from the past, bringing that golden wisdom. And now the Halls of Learning card is saying, yep, you learned something. That's a confirmation, and trust your spirit guides wherever those are from, wherever your spirit guides are, the colors, the animals, your ancestors, the angels, whatever you consider your spirit guide. Trust it. Get those confirmations. Trust those confirmations you're seeing, those synchronicities, right? The signs, the symbols, and remembering that everything that we've gone through was not in vain. To use those great lessons of your past and let them propel you forward. It's a beautiful card of just big golden pillar arches and light and floor, again, a lot of golden energy. The best. This moment is about preparing us for the best of ourselves, the golden path, the golden age. Okay. So I wrote, take stock of who you are now, what you've experienced for growth and wisdom. See what life has taught you. Look at your accomplishments. Ask yourself if you have regrets. See where you are heading. Come into full alignment with what you've experienced thus far. Thank it and bless all that is to come. The card is showing again two great pillars, two golden pillars that they refer to as the great halls. I wrote you how to be, you who to be, you who not to be. So that's kind of what we're getting. We're having that energy to come into us now, like for us to really decide, how am I going to be? Who am I going to be? And who am I not going to be? And all of this based on our great lessons, right? The halls of learning. And I think too, what's coming into me now is to realize that life is this golden opportunity of learning, right? So even if we could, really ground into our being that I'm here to learn and to experience great lessons, then when we go through moments, we won't have to say, but why is this happening? It's happening to one of my favorite scriptures. It's happening to make you stronger. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, I'm not here to hurt you, but I'm here to prosper you, to make you prosper. Something like that, these challenges are going to form and fortify you. That scripture came to me when I was in the hospital laying up with broken legs and couldn't move. And a lady came right up to me and she said, this passage is for you. I am not here to hurt you, but I'm here to propel you and to make you prosper. I think it's something like that. And I've always held on to that. I might not have the exact words, but is it embodied in my soul? I am here to prosper. I'm here to learn. I am here to embrace the lessons of each failure, which no longer even looks like a failure to me. I shared that with one of my clients last week that when I was young, I think I was 8 or 9, I have to look back and I can Google it now and see what year this took place, but it's the greatest interview I've ever watched with Cher and Barbara Walters. And Barbara Walters asked Cher, what is your greatest lesson? And she said that failure was my greatest lesson. She said, I realized that a lot of people have never learned from their failures, but with each failure I learned. And that has been my greatest lesson. And I never forgot that. I never forgot that interview, and I never forgot those words. Like I said, I might not have the words exactly, but isn't the message and the energy of it embedded in my soul, right? So once we learn from the experiences of life, again, our wounds become our wisdom. That's your golden mana. That's your Mahatma energy. We tap into the gold to rise up and the best of ourselves come out, because it is this beautiful experience of learning through the paths. Okay, so this card again is talking about our spiritual knowledge, our psychic and clairvoyant capabilities, the 5 clairs, which have been coming up a lot, right? So remembering that we are beyond, again, the physicality, the halls of Amenti, black and the white coming into union, rising up the gold. The gold, this card is saying, yeah, your spiritual guides, your spiritual knowledge, that's your gold. Again, that kingdom within, that gold. Right, when we tapping into our chakras and getting this information and the data, the mana, the golden elixirs from within. It talks about held within the heart of the source, projection of divine mind's infinite intelligence. So, again, within us is this infinite intelligence. And this card, the halls of learning, the gold pillars, the great halls it is referred to, it symbolizes the heart of source. And the heart of source is the infinite intelligence of the divine's mind. Okay, so if you just break that up into layman's terms, the divine is the ability to transcend, ability to overcome. So when you do that, you tap into your gold. That's why everybody, when you win your race, you get the gold medal. You're the best. So the best of you is that gold. And it's in the heart of you, the center of source, all that is. So in the center of all that is something gold. And that represents the infinite intelligence of the divine's mind within the heart. Okay? The wisdom of source, being grateful for the revelations and the patterns and the traumas and of our wounds, and those revelations, again, just like Cher said, they help us to create the lessons that allow our growth. Okay, so once we are grateful for the revelation, it's like, I just found out that, for example, I just found out that my husband was cheating on me. Am I mad that now I know that truth? Or am I saying, oh, wow, what? It's glad that I know this now because now I can act. Now I can look at myself. Now I can look at my patterns. Now I can look at his patterns. Now I can look at the wounds that might have brought me here, the wounds that might have brought him here, the traumas. Now, as a couple, we can analyze it, look at it, So again, and I just use that as an example. Let's say, oh, I just found out that the person who I used to like did something that I don't like anymore. What does this moment mean? What am I going to learn here? What did I do that maybe I didn't need to do again, that I shouldn't do again? What behaviors from that other person were red flags that maybe I should have noticed? Being grateful for the revelations, the gold, the awareness. Again, this spirit wants us to tap into the gold, the awareness, and how much awareness plays into our ability to regenerate and be successful and to be abundant, right? To see, right? So to be grateful for the revelation of our patterns, our traumas, and our wounds, because they create the life lessons that allow us to grow, all right? And I would say, this is kind of like that pain is gain, but remember, I did it in 2020. Demand it, say it, claim it. I don't need pain to grow. I can grow with ease and grace. Very important to say, because you can't keep on calling pain onto you for growth. Okay, so this revelation is not pain. Revelation could be ease and can come through ease and grace and clarity versus pain. Clarity and grounded action versus pain, learning the hard way. Because a lot of us are tapped into learning the hard way, and we need to release ourselves from that curse, learning the hard way, right? We don't have to go the hard way. Ease and grace, let it be. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. So this card also reminds us that we are on a path of great learning. Know that we have the support of our spiritual beings. All right. Huge, huge message. Remember, you are on a path of great learning, and to know that you have the support of your spiritual beings, go find them. Know thyself. Who are your spiritual beings? Tap into them, connect with them, speak to them. Be the bridge that you are and connect to that other half of yourself, right? Those spiritual beings surrounding you. Jesus at his 12, go get yours. All right. Viewing every challenge as a window of opportunity. That's the golden path. That's the golden mindset. That's the alchemist mindset, right? Tapping into your alchemy, tapping into your alchemist prototype and archetype, right? Be the alchemist. Transmute and transform and integrate it all. Be optimistic. See the challenge as a window of opportunity. I can't remember how long it's been, but when I say challenge, my mind says gift. When I write challenge, I write /gift. That's some deprogramming that I had to do a couple of years ago that is embedded in me now. So the deprogramming is very important, right? The challenge is the gift. You get the gift through going through the challenge, right? Another reminder that spiritual gifts are being developed in these seasons. We have to allow that. We have to allow our spiritual gifts to be developed. And this is a prime time to allow that to happen. Don't block your blessings, right? And we're going into the next card, right? So the next card is Memories of Atlantis. And this card represents the soul-based challenges that we will see or experience as a collective, right? What is that about? So this beautiful card has the Ankh. It has the waters. It has these beautiful golden arches. And it has a castle, a golden castle, emerging out of the waters, and the beautiful cosmic sky in the back with some magenta sticking through, right? So just looking at all of that, I'm like, woo! Right? It's saying so much. What's rising out of the waters, the deep waters, right? The memories, that's memories, right? So the card represents spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. But the position of the card is our soul-based challenges. So as a collective, remember Atlantis was the place that fell down. Why? Because it was out of balance. They did not have the balance of spiritual integrity with technology. So they were creating technologies that were out of balance with humanity and with the ocean. Okay, so going back to Palladian card, reminding us to create in harmony. Going back to the halls of a mentee initiation, saying, you guys are being initiated, right? To hold things in balance, the black and the white, the spiritual and the physical, the feminine and the masculine, right? Going back to the central sun card, saying, hey, don't forget, you can regenerate. You are abundant. There is success in your bones, in your blood, in your essence, in your story. Success is you. You are success. You are transcending. You are able to transcend and be prosperous, right? That is your being, to die and to rebirth, right? To come into wholeness. So the memories of Atlantis are saying, okay, now, you remember what y'all did in Atlantis? I want to say y'all effed it up. Spirit said, yeah, y'all effed it up, right? So, yeah, we effed it up. Now we got to F it up. We fix it. We get to royally fix it, reverse it, remix it. We get to rise up and to continue to create as the sons that we are. But we can create in balance. We can create in harmony. We can create amongst the diversity that is life, you know. So spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Memories of Atlantis. Atlantis is the Atlantic Ocean, advanced civilization, telepathic, psychic, science and spirituality, developed technology, and creating heaven on earth. The 7 comes down to the 3, right? What is above us comes down to our 3 bodies below us. Exactly what all of this whole thing is saying. Receive from above, ground from below, in the center of yourself. Who are you? Let that energy be a ray of sun, let that energy radiate from you like the sun. All right. So stop the Atlanteans. They stopped respecting their gifts and their spiritual connection. And that was a disrespect of the earth and the ocean. All right. So in a nutshell, let's not do that again. Let's not repeat the cycle, right? Let's not repeat destructive cycles. That's even a bigger message. The challenge of repeating destructive cycles, right? Atlantis was just one of the destructive cycles that humanity experienced and really did, So those memories waking up within us, but because we have tapped into the Earth Star chakra, we can feel safe and we don't have to fear that those things will be repeated. And what we might be seeing around us is a lot of things triggering those memories so that we can be afraid to step forward into our divinity and to transcend and to go on and live our purpose and embrace our golden age and our golden past, right? So we have to be aware of those glitches and those fearful reminders that might be shown and pushed and projected into the TV and the movies and the conversations and the media that really are saying, remember the destruction, remember Atlantis, remember the flood. We must rise up and say, yes, I remember, and I will not do that again. I have remembered, and I'm now choosing to live a more empowered life for myself and humanity. The problem is when we forget. Okay? So remember and rise. Remember and rise up. Okay? That's the whole point of the pyramid, the rising up of ourselves. And this beautiful card has the Ankh, so it's the journey of you coming from Atlantis, that full circle, and now healing that part of you that was wounded, that created that imbalance of the Atlantis timeline, and grounding ourselves into the earth and receiving all of this beautiful energy that's coming in now so that we're not repeating that cycle. Okay, the card talks about those that lived it with spiritual integrity were able to move on beyond that physical realm, right? The card reminds us of devotion and love, that we are given the chance to avoid making the same mistakes again now. That's a really huge message. And it's not just with this Atlantis, but just know that you are being given a second chance to avoid making the mistakes now that you have done in the past. So we must trust the moment, and we must also trust the opportunities that are coming into us for devotion and love. Because if we keep on thinking, oh no, this happened last time and I can't do this because it's all going to go wrong. Nah, we can't do that. And that's the challenge again. Tap into your Earth Star chakra and get that activation. So then when those moments of fear come up, reminding you, oh no, don't do that because last time you did that, this happened. You say, nah, I remember. And I'm wiser and I'm stronger and I'm more balanced. So I've risen up. I will not make that choice again. there's a little, there's a mantra that I say to myself. Oh, if I could find it now. If I could find it quickly, I will share it with you guys. And maybe you can use this. It just says, I know I am blank. And you fill it out yourself, right? And I say it to myself, and the blank is always, today. So today it was, when I said it was, I know I am love. So I have the rough version of it there. Let me see if I find. Right. So it's, I know myself, I am, and I left that blank. So every time I say it, I fill out a new word. I know myself, I am blank. I trust my capacity to thrive on all my new paths and opportunities. I forgive and prosper from my past ignorances. I trust and surrender it all to the arcs of divine alchemy. So that's a mantra that I say to myself every week. And I leave that I am blank, right? I'll say it again. And you guys can use this. I know myself. I trust my capacity to thrive on all my paths, on all my new paths and opportunities. I forgive and prosper from my past ignorances. I trust and surrender it all to the arcs of divine alchemy. All right? So that's something that you can use as well to erase those memories of fear and those egoic deficiencies. Yeah, that's another term, to get over our egoic deficiencies, because that's what Atlantis really reminds us of, not to let our ego, not to be flooded by our egoic deficiencies, not to let them sink us, right? To remember Jesus walked on water. The symbolism of that is controlling your emotions, right? And even the dragon work I'm doing now is to be able to ride, to stand on, and to command what would have eaten you up before, right? They say when he rides in on the donkey, that's what that is symbolizing. He's in control of the donkey as opposed to the donkey being in control of him. All right. All right. So do we have anything else? So yes, this card also represents that we are surmounting the karmic imbalances of our previous incarnations. So also know that we are also in that moment. 3731 coming in. 1373. Haha. Heaven on to the earth, right? So we are surmounting the karmic imbalances of our previous incarnation. So this energy, this beautiful intergalactic energy that we are all receiving and feeling, and man, you should be feeling it. Saturday, Sunday, weren't those beautiful, beautiful days? Did you wake up this morning feeling really good? Because we're receiving all this beautiful golden energy. Beautiful golden white energy from the galactic center, right? From the ninth dimension. So we're surmounting the karmic imbalances of our previous incarnations, and we got to claim that and step into that and say, yes, I am surmounting the karmic imbalances of my previous incarnations and timelines. I am, because I am divine, right? Little affirmation in there. And it's a soul evolution, balancing the gifts and our egos. Again, remember the egoic deficiencies of Atlantis. We're not going to do that again. We can come into balance with our gifts and our egos. Oneness, the black and the white. Unity, not one above and one below, but side by side, working harmoniously. The Palladian activation. Staying aligned with the highest good and rooted in devotion. The highest good, the sun, rooted in devotion, Earth Star. Okay, so all of these things coming in a beautiful, beautiful merge. Human, spiritual, technology. Human, spiritual, and technology. Balanced evolution. Balanced evolution. And what's the center card? The Arcturian light code. Evolutionary downloads, recalling our power, and future thinking. So that center card really puts it all in a nutshell. Evolutionary, recalling our power, and the future thinking. So who are we at the soul level? Who are we? Or how are we being recalled and reminded at the soul level to evolve? And it's the Arcturian light codes. And what does that represent? Evolution, recalling of your power. Again, the central sun, the solar plexus, recalling, confidence, identity, who are you? And creating, future thinking. What are we creating based on our thoughts? Based on our memories? Based on our halls of learning? Based on these initiations, our treasures, and our secrets being revealed, right? So the Arcturian card is also talks about the blue beings, which was a lot of energy about these blue beings. And what's the blue? Remembering the blue is our will, right? Our divine will. So the blue and the gold, a lot of blue on the board, a lot of gold on the board. The energy of our divine will and our courage, and merging all of that together, right? The blue beings are called to facilitate healing. Remember that ice is energy, putting you back together, finding wholeness, being anchored, doing grounded action, guiding us to realizing the great opportunities of evolvement. So as we allow ourselves to evolve, we access more and more greatness. Isn't that beautiful? We access more and more success. We have to allow ourselves these moments. And this was such a powerful message in the last version of this that I did, because there was so much cohesiveness that came through last week that I had to experience, because I've been allowing myself to step into these different creative moments and just saying, Akeyta, just run with it and do it. And last week when I was preparing even this message, it just like, oh my God, talk about an explosion of confirmation and spirit guides and lessons and blessings. And it just was like, what I said to myself was, I had to allow myself those moments, because if I didn't, I would not have been able to feel the success and the confirmation that I'm feeling right now, right? That golden elixir, right? That nobody can take from you. That abundance and that prosperity that can only come from within. So we have, so these opportunities of evolving mind, body, and spirit from a soul level, we have to allow ourselves these moments to go beyond our limited states or get stuck on a repetitive wheel of 1,000 years. Again, the memories of Atlantis. Don't get stuck in the old memories of destruction and the old fears. It's about going beyond. And that's why, again, this ninth dimension, we have to go beyond what we are used to. Right? It's this downloading of forward thinking energies that support our evolution. So access it, allow it, continue to receive it. You know, when you see it in your daily life, don't say no to it. Say, yeah, this is a moment of or a call of spirit asking me to evolve, to go beyond my old self, right? It reminds us that we can evolve now by our approaches to task and our responses to events, to show up in new ways. It's guiding us to show up in new ways, to check in eternally versus checking out externally. It's reminding us that nothing happens to us versus that we are all playing an integral part of the small and wider world. Remember, nothing happens to you, but happens through you and manifests through you, right? A lot of what shows up is by your design and creation. All right. And then it reminds us to love and honor our own new ideas. And I wrote this, to love and honor our new ideas and to do the old things in a more loving way. That we're also is telling us that we are going to get confirmations of high pitched frequencies, shimmering lights, and when we sense the presence of other beings, to know that we are not alone, to attune deeply into the blue rays around us. And I was actually thinking about when I did the Lemurian meditation, a lot of the blue energy just kept on, and they were just saying like blue sky, blue waters, cosmic, so like tapping in. So I'll bring that message forth even more now, tapping into all of the blue energy. Sorry, I had to pause it for a little bit just to quiet Karma down. He was beginning to make a little bit of noise. So just to attune deeply to the blue rays, whether that is the cosmic blue in the sky, the night is blue, right? The sky is blue in the day and in the night. The ocean, the blue waters, right? And even blue, our thoughts are words, right? Think about the blue in terms of the third eye, the blue in terms of your throat chakra, all of that energy, how powerful that is. And we're always talking about our divine blueprint, right? So the power of blue, and what does that really mean to you? And how does that impact you? And how does that show up in your life, right? So attuning to the blue. So surrendering our insecurities, embracing our cosmic identity, carrying the energy of source, and sharing our light. I wrote the blue and the gold frequency because there's a lot of blue and gold frequency. And the one of the mantras or affirmations from the blue beings in the Lemurian deck is, I am a direct expression of the divine, right? So that blue energy is reminding us that we are direct expressions of the divine. Okay. This has been a beautiful reading. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I hope this month and this week and this weekend you've been activated, that you are receiving these energies on your own, that you're feeling confident, that you are able to find moments of stillness and to receive, and that your golden paths are lighting up every single day, and that you're seeing the confirmations and the guidance and the lessons and the rewards of your past and the rewards of your coming into wholeness, because we have all been on a journey, but we're in a moment now, if we can embrace it, that has so much potential, and we really have to overcome and rise above what we are seeing. It's our time to rise up. So I just encourage each of you to continue to rise up and to be golden and to walk your golden paths. I love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Aloha and namaste.